Hello, I'm Luke, welcome back to Coach Fulton, and today what we're going to be covering is how to grow your legs if you hate leg day. Now, for the longest time, I absolutely despised doing leg training. I felt like I tried really hard at it, and I felt like I got very little results. But in the last 6 months, I've added 2 inches to my quads and about an inch to my calves just by a simple change up in my training. I'm going to break down an exact guide of what I done not only to grow the muscles in my legs but also learn to love leg training. The first thing that you need to do is pick a lift that you're going to centre your program around, something that is going to really be the backbone of it. Now, it may be that you don't like any leg exercise. I know I didn't really, to be honest with you, but I find if you pick one exercise and really stick with it, you can get some really good results. What you have to do is start lighter than light. Start so light that it's completely easy for you. I'll take an example. I hated lunges. There was not a lunge that I could do. They felt uncomfortable, they felt weird. I felt like I was going to die any time that I performed a set of them. So what I done is I just started bodyweight lunging the length of my gym, and I did that for about 2 to 3 weeks. Now, if I was really progress focused, if I probably did the most optimal strategy, I'd have immediately added weight into that because I was able to do it. But I think you want to make yourself comfortable. If you've got an aversion to leg training, the last thing you need to do is add any modicum of difficulty. So I stayed bodyweight lunges for around 3 weeks, and then I went, you know what, I can do this, I can get through this okay, let's go and add some weight. I didn't add big massive dumbbells. I started out with 8 kilos and it was easy and it felt the same as doing a bodyweight. And then I did that for 2 to 3 weeks. Now I could have moved up the next week, but I chose not to because it's got to be a gradual process. And when I moved up, I only moved up to 9 kilos in each hand. So it was a small increase over a really long period of time. Eventually I got to the point that I was doing 16 kilos on the dumbbell lunges. And by then, I actually really enjoyed doing them and looked forward to it. And I started to feel like, you know what, I'm not going to wait 2-3 weeks. I can do this weight, I'm going to move up next week. So I moved up to the 18s. I've done the 18s, I moved on to the 20s, and then the week after. The week after that, 22s, and just went up right all the way up until I got to the 26s. And that has been a source of major growth in my legs for me. And it kind of all happened all at once. Because I was so gradual with it, I managed to slip into loving it. For structuring your program, I recommend 1 to 2 variations for quads. That could be something like a squat or a leg press, hack squat machine, lunges, anything along those lines. For hamstrings, I would recommend something like an RDL or good mornings. I want you to put each of these lifts through that process of being really gradual, really gentle with them, and just try and build consistency in doing them. After this point, you're going to want to add in a calf variation, usually some type of raise. That can be a standing calf raise, seated calf raise, or a calf raise in the leg press machine. I think the kind of split that is optimal in this set of circumstances is just 3 days a week, full body. The reason being for this is you don't have to do a dedicated leg day. Every day you get to train chest, back, shoulders and some variety, your biceps and triceps. So I feel like it doesn't feel like as big a cost going to the gym and having to get through some of these leg exercises. If your week goes Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you can use quad variation 1 on the Monday with hamstring variation 1. On the Wednesday, you can obviously train your upper body and just add calves at the end. And on the Friday, training your upper body, you can then follow that up with quad variation 2 and hamstring variation 2. Because if we look at all the exercises that I have spread out over the course of a week, if you just took all those leg exercises and put them on one day, that would be a fairly sizable leg day. I think there's a big problem in the fitness industry where we really focus on what's optimal, and there's a real focus on doing things the absolute best way. Now, the absolute best way that you can grow muscle is by hitting legs extremely frequently, extremely hard, extremely high volume, and extremely heavy. But if you have a propensity not to like training legs, then what you're going to do is you're going to train your legs really hard for 3 weeks, and then you're going to start to skip sessions. You know, the reason I thought I was someone that could never grow his calves is because whenever I did try and grow my calves, I'd be like, right, I'm going to train my calves every day in the gym. I'm going to train calves 4 days a week. And obviously I would do that for a month, and then I'd fall off and I wouldn't train calves because they would feel horrible, it wouldn't feel right, and I would just be burnt out from doing it. I would be sick of the calf machine by the time I saw it. And it's funny because in that time when I implemented this strategy, just training calves once a week, I saw way better results than when I really tried to force myself into what I thought was optimal. So start slower than you think, start lighter than you think, and you will absolutely learn to love your leg day. If you just take that time to relax and kind of take a bit of the pressure off yourself, but make sure you're consistent, you'll see way more results than the guy that absolutely dives into a 3-week extremely hard leg training program and then falls off and doesn't train legs for the next year. So this video was a wee bit off the cuff. I just kind of, a little bit of collection of ramblings from me, but it was something that I thought about. I had been shocked when my kind of minimalistic strategy had led to such rapid growth in my legs that I hadn't seen before. So you can let me know if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this kind of format, you know, just quickly getting after a random subject and just kind of shooting from the hip with it. And let me know in the comments down below, did you like this kind of format, just kind of shooting off the cuff, answering a bit of a shorter question than what we usually do on this channel? And let me know in the comments down below, what do you do for your legs? Have you struggled to grow them? Do you struggle to grow them? Are they an easy area for you? What is your approach when it comes to putting muscle on your lower body? If you like these kinds of videos, please like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can stay updated for more.